Cursed Emma. This is the story of a girl living in Shimane Prefecture, Japan, in the summer of 1993. In a small country town, there was an old shrine. At that shrine, many people used to write their wishes on Emma, votive picture tablet, and visit the shrine, but now there were almost no visitors. The only sound in the empty shrine was the sound of countless Emma fluttering in the wind. There is an old rumor that there is a special Emma at this shrine. During the record-breaking heat of August, Minako, a young woman living in town, hears this rumor from a friend, and out of curiosity, she and her friend decide to visit the shrine. Upon arriving at the shrine, Minako found an Emma hake, votive tablet, lined with countless old Emma, votive picture tablet. There were Emma with various wishes written on them, but there was one Emma that stood out among them, drawn in black ink. Minako was intrigued by the Emma and picked it up to look at it, whereupon she saw that it said, instead of the wish being granted, the cursed person's life will be taken away. Minako felt eerie, but out of curiosity decided to write her wish on the Emma. She wrote on the Emma, wishing that her family would be happy. That night, while Minako was having dinner with her family at home, she suddenly felt a sharp pain in her head and collapsed. She did not know what had happened and called her family for help, but they showed no reaction to her. On the contrary, the family acted as if she did not exist. Help! Minako's desperate cries did not seem to reach her family. The next morning, Minako felt she had to go somewhere far away as she watched the entire family ignore her and talk happily. She left the house and headed back to the shrine where the Emma was hanging. There she realized that she was cursed, just as the Emma had said. Minako regretted wishing for her family's happiness in exchange for her life on the Emma, and attempted to break the Emma to break the curse. However, no matter how hard she tried, the Emma would not break. In despair, Minako broke down in tears in the precincts of the shrine. At that moment, Minako felt an eerie laughter coming from far away. She looked around in horror, but there was no one there. The laughter did not leave her ears as she left the shrine. Soon, Minako became aware of the sensation that her life was slowly being drained away, and she was tormented by sadness and despair, unable to accept the reality of the situation. Minako began to notice a strange phenomenon: her body was gradually disappearing. Then, around her, the spirits of people who had been sacrificed by the Emma curse in the past began to appear. They kept laughing as they whispered to Minako. Minako's despair grew as she realized that their souls had been bound forever by the wishes she had written on the Emma. Fear sets in as she realizes that she, like them, will be doomed to be bound to this world after death. Gradually, Minako's vision darkens and she does not know where she is. As she lost sight of her surroundings, she could hear the screams and cries of those who had been sacrificed by Emma's curse. She felt she could not bear it any longer and called for help, but no one recognized her voice. Minako felt her life coming to an end as she was tormented by fear and despair. As she was engulfed by the darkness around her, she used the last of her strength to cry out to Emma for help, but nothing changed. She attempted to resist to the last, but gradually ran out of strength. Her body gradually became transparent, and finally she disappeared completely. At that moment, the spirits around her also disappeared and the area was once again enveloped in silence. After Minako disappeared, no one knew of her fate. The shrine would be visited by yet another victim, and the curse of the Emma would take the lives of people one after another. This terrible legend would continue to be whispered in the darkness of the town. As time passed, Minako's family forgot all about her. New Emma, votive picture tablet, was hung at the shrine, and people came to write their wishes incessantly. However, they were unaware of Minako's fate and unaware of the possibility of being caught in the curse of the Emma. One night, a young woman visits the shrine. She, too, wrote her wish on an Emma, hoping for the happiness of her family. However, as she goes to hang the Emma, she suddenly notices something strange. Behind the Emma, there was an old Emma secretly hidden, with the same circumstances as Minako's. The woman looked at the Emma, and then at the old Emma, and realized that it was a wish for her family. As the woman stares at the Emma, she is driven by a terrible premonition. She then realizes that she is caught up in the curse of the Emma and is driven to the brink of despair. The sight of her suffering the same fate as Minako's sparks further horror in the darkness of the town. The curse of the Emma, which has claimed one victim after another, will forever be talked about as a terrifying entity that creeps into people's hearts and minds.